Yes, uh-huh. That probable cause that I was in Jefferson County on my wife's 47th birthday. It's somewhat interesting that both accusation of crime involved a holiday. Yes. Mhm. And my wife's 47th birthday. Now, for a wife that didn't give me any notice of court hearings, I'm really wanting to establish some lawsuits today. Yes. Because this idea of you just fabricating crimes against innocent Americans, right, then sitting there every day having the evidence exonerating them, then obstructing them from being able to sue you, yes, while at the same time holding my sons hostage so that they have to play football. Now, there's another thing called the prize. Yeah. In admiralty law, property such as a vessel and its cargo, captured at sea by a belligerent in conformity with the laws of war. Now, let's say you're a Navy, the United States Navy, and I emailed you. Yes. And you said, well, we don't have to defend the Constitution of the United States. I'm sorry, Navy. I'm going to have to take the prize. Now, there's a possibility of me taking some of those old warships. Yes. And instead of sinking them, I put a little generator with an electric motor on them, and I turn them into floating prisons. Pooch! Now, why don't you get me every ship of the United States Navy that has been sunk? Yes. Because you no longer wanted it to float on the sea. Because I'm going to want every piece of metal underneath the ocean. Yes. Because I'm going to salvage right now every ship that you've sunk. Now, I had heard, yes, that the way of getting rid of unused cargo ships, yes, and those battleships and aircraft carriers that you're no longer needing, yes, was that you would just sink them in various parts of the world. Right. That way you could get rid of them. I'm going to want all of them, the last 50 years worth. Yes. Everything underneath the ocean that has any metal in it. Yes. And if the United States Navy would understand, I don't need to let the ship go to port. Ouch! I can just send one of these little cargo ships out there and provide all the necessary food for every individual that's going to find a new kind of prison where you can swim the fuck.